Welcome back everyone to Crusader Kings 2 as the 72-year-old Jon Stark-Targaryen. It's incredible as to how long we rule. Yeah, so we'll see for how long this goes on. But so far, there are a few things that we have got going on. At the moment, we are apparently visiting Pyke, and we talked or we spoke to the locals there. Quite frankly, they didn't like what we said. And therefore, we now have to run. Apparently, there's some peasants beginning to throw things at me. And so we could run to Lord Paramount Roose Greyjoy's territories, or just outrun them. I think, I think we'll try and run there and hide. We'll see what happens. Also, I've fulfilled my ambition to see the realm prosper. That actually have nothing to do with this event, but I just thought I mentioned it because it's coming up right now. So, really cool. King's Landing is now flourishing. We also have Dragonstone and Summerhall prospering. So, we really improved our holdings quite a bit, which is nice. There's quite a few other things that have happened, but I would like to see the conclusion of this event first. Running as fast as you possibly could, you see Lord Paramount Roose standing in the doorway, but instead of offering you a safe place to hide, he quickly closes the door right in front of you. Oh no. So there is a chance. Oh, we become bitter rivals, and there's a chance we're now wounded as well. And we are wounded. 30% chance, and we were wounded. Well, our son, Rhaegar, has finished his education. He's a dutiful commander. Unfortunately, he became dull. He's also slothful. We trained our children quite a bit. That's why he became slothful, by the way. So that's kind of sad. He isn't the best. Now, he is betrothed to Maegor Velaryon because I felt like he should be married. He's the one who looks Valyrian, so he should be married to someone who also looks Valyrian, but it was hard to find someone. So I just went with a High Valyrian girl, which is the best I could go for. Other than that, we obviously have our son Samwell, who has turned out to be really good at learning, but I couldn't give him that focus, so I gave him the stewardship focus instead, and he's currently being educated by Maester Rudo. Now, Rudo is a maester who came to us just randomly. He's actually the bastard son of Miss Sande. She's still alive, 66 years old. She's at the court of my nephew, Maegor, the Unworthy. Don't think she wants to come to my court. Yeah, she doesn't. But yeah, her son has apparently studied at the Citadel. He's very quick. And yeah, he became a maester, joined our court, and now he's educating young Samwell, who's married to Lady Randa Tully, the second-born daughter of the Lady Paramount, Baelor the Bold. There you go. That's kind of cool. Other than that, I should mention that our Hand of the King, Carl Stark, has died. He died of an infected wound. Very unfortunate for him. Someone tried to kill him, and he was assassinated. There was an assassination attempt where he was wounded, and he eventually died of these wounds, which is very terrible. His son, Harlan, has taken over. He's ruling Winterfell as well as Dawn Forest. He's married to my granddaughter, Queen Palla. She's the daughter of Eddard, the Downcast. And so they've already have Donner and Lyanna, which is really cool. And his brother, Harwood, is Lord of Carhold. So there you go. That's very nice. The Starks hold Carhold still. Very good. Other than that, we have... What have we got going on? Well, we've got Samwell, we've got Pip. He's betrothed to R+L Stark. Yep, R+L Stark. That's cool. And then we've got Gren, who's betrothed to Rhaenyra Velaryon. Just because, well, here's the thing. Gren, right? He's obviously a big man, and I felt like so... I know he isn't here, but I still like to imagine that he's tall, and therefore I have him married to a giant. At least that was my thinking behind it. Now, because the realm prospered, we improved our stewardship or something. Anyways, I would now have... Yeah, I can actually, well, rule more domain properly. So we're no longer getting a negative, and that actually almost doubled our income, which is pretty insane. We are in love with our wife, and now, yeah, we have Roose as our rival. What should I do? Revoke his title. That would piss off some people. I don't know what I can do about that. Plot to kidnap him? I mean, why would I kidnap him? Because, well, actually, you know what? I might have... You know what? I'll do that. Let's try and kidnap him. Because, after all, he almost let us be killed. So let's go ahead and do that. My new Master of Whisperers, Osric. He's also Master of Osric Griswold, Lord of the King's Gate. I will have him build a spy network. And then we have a new Hand of the King now. I appointed Osric Hayford because he had the best stats overall. And the new Master of Laws, we have now Lord Cedric of Dawsonkeep. But before that, we actually had the best Master of Laws ever had, Durham the Quarreler of House Borreman. Now, it says only 29 diplomacy, that's his base stat, but various traits gave him even more, so he was at like 33 diplomacy. It didn't really do much, but still, that was quite impressive, actually. There's one person that's also relatively impressive, that is Aegon. I mean, he's got 30 in Martial, 20 in Intrigue, 17 Learning, like, he's a beast. His dual skill's good, like, yeah, that's amazing. He's not married, though. For some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. But anyway, I will not have part in these schemes. What else happened? Yeah, we also have a new Lord Commander of the King's Guard. The Eric, the Mountain that Rides, he died. He was quite old. I think he was 72 as well when he finally died in office. And I've then appointed Christopher. He's an honorable man. He's brave. He's now infirm. He wasn't before. But yeah, I've appointed him as the Lord Commander of the King's Guard. And I've also, I think it was Tommen, the new member of the King's Guard? I think so, because Fallen Wolffield you already know. Yeah, it must have been him. Yeah, so Tommen is the new member that I've appointed here. Also, we had various provinces convert openly to the Old Gods religion. Now, Stokeworth was one of the first ones, and then it kind of spread from the Blackwood Vale, which kind of makes sense. But yeah, so Fairmarket has already been converted, and Blackrush as well, and obviously Lannisport is converted. Lauren is still married to my granddaughter Lara, and they already have, yeah, they have 2 daughters, Cersei and Barbara Lannister, both Northmen, Old Gods, and they will, as I said, hopefully at some point, rule the West. And this man, you know what, I'll have you join me, that's fine. Westerosi Valyrian, but yeah, pretty good fighter. I might have you as a King's Guard at some point, that's possible. Anyway, yeah, you have just usurped you have usurped the parchments, but that's fine, because that's de jure part of your realm. I will have you train troops in Dragonstone, though, because this is where we kind of lack the forces. So yeah, we'll do that. Now, I've been thinking about doing a bunch of things, but I guess I'll have to, well, end it here. We've finally died after such a long time. Yeah, I think, okay, we'll have a look at this event first. King John has taken his last breath at the age 72. He died of depression, ever dedicated to the gods. John was a man of impeccable piety. Yeah, I suppose we were pretty pious. That's okay. May he now rest after a lifetime of serving the old gods. And King Eddard surrounded by enemies and rivals. We hope that Eddard's rule is not struck short by means of a dagger in the back. Long live King Eddard. So, yeah, interestingly, we'll have to check out what's his situation. Yep, John has taken his last breath, and now Eddard, Stark-Targaryen, the Downcast, as he's known, will rule the 7 kingdoms. Long live the king. Now, okay, let's have a quick look at our character now. We are a brilliant commander and a skilled fighter. We also now own Longclaw. We are a hedonist and lustful. We also have the Bloody Flux, and we are depressed, just like our father. We're taking it easy currently. We're also known as an adulterer. We're a seducer. Ah, interesting. Okay. We're a trickster and a siege leader. Yeah, we've sieged Castle Rock before, so we know all about that castle. And yeah, what would we say about our father? I think we would definitely have a funeral, but this is going to be like a feat. This is going to be a party. This is going to be a big party, I think. That's how we're going to have it. And yeah, who will be invited? I think all the lords of the realm. Probably, well, I mean, yeah, sure, everyone. Let's invite everyone. That's fine. We'll pause here, because I need to obviously set up a new thing. Building a war chest, Paragon of Virtue, I think making the 8 is exactly what we're after. Okay, so we're going to have to seduce a few people. We do have a lover here, Darlassa the Unfaithful, a Westerman. So if we quickly check this out, we have Lane with a girl from Riverlands and the West. And my wife's from Riverlands, I see. Okay, so we need quite a few more. We need the North, Vale, Reach, Stormlands, Dawn, and Iron Islands to make the 8. Okay, it's going to be interesting. But before that, we need to give out a few titles, because we have got too many. We certainly have too many. Now, I think we're not zealous or anything. Our father always intended for our son-in-law to take over. I think it makes sense. He's married to my daughter, so I will grant him the High Lordship. I think I'll grant him the King of the Westerlands. There you go. Include the lower titles, and he should like me now. He Oh, right. I also gave him the Horn Veil. That was dumb. I didn't know I have that as well. That I did not want to do. Okay, let me quickly check something out. So I checked if there's anyone better suited for the position of Lord of Hornvale, but I don't really have any friends that, you know, would be able to get that position. Like, my friend, the only friend I have is Lester the Holy of Weeping Town. So he's in the Stormland somewhere, quite far away. So I don't see, like, why I would give lands to anyone else. I do have bastards, but I don't see that we particularly care about these bastards. We're not a family person or anything like that. So I don't really see why. And also, you know, they're 12 years old. They're 12 years old, some person. So I decided, you know what, it's fine. Let him have this. I wonder what he's gonna do with it. He might give out. I mean, he might give out the Horn Veil. I don't know. You know what? We'll see. We'll see what he does with it. But what I will do is I will do one thing, because we already over our domain size. I will keep Dragonstone, but I will give out Summerhall. Now, Summerhall, I've been thinking about who I give this to, but I think the best person to give it to would be my half-brother, Rhaegar. I don't have any more sons that really deserved it, so I think, Eliana, you're not married. I wonder who you could marry. Lord of Carhold. Sure, why not? Marry the Lord of Carhold. And then I've got only Jorel. She's 10. She could marry maybe the Lord of Kingswood. Maybe. Lord of Seagard. Lord of Sharp Point. Maybe. Lord of Reading. Hard to say. Maybe Aegon. Maybe you're gonna marry Aegon. There you go. Alright, that's fine. And I will give my half-brother this. I will give him Summerhall. Yeah, because he's the only one who is old enough to really hold titles. And he's married to Maega Valerion, and she's the heir to Summerfield. The Valerions are here in Gallows Grey, and they have this High Lordship under control. So I feel like it kind of makes sense, because it's, you know, it's nearby. Okay, other than that, we need to set up our council once again. So we have the same hand of the king. Master of Coin, I'll pick probably Master of Coin. I could pick Bennett. I could pick my son-in-law. Maybe. As Master of Whisperers. I could pick someone else as well. It's hard to say. Maester will be Jothis. There's no really anything about that. And I'll pick probably Septon Medgar. I like how Septon Robert Strong is 90 years old and still alive. But yeah, I will pick you, and I will have you just do your thing. You can serve the court. As Master of Coin, I will probably pick John Sunderland. Or Eric. No, I'll pick John Sunderland. Well, I'll pick my son-in-law, Lauren. Yeah. Lannister is probably a good Master of Coin, and you can collect some extra taxes. That's fine. So we have given out Summerhall to a Stark-Targaryen Rhaegar, which is also cool. And then, yeah, King's Landing Dragonstone is under our control. There we go. It's, yeah, I'm not sure how long we're going to live, but I guess we'll find out. I'm going to make the Northerner not Master of Ships. Who should be Master of Ships? Don't really have anyone that I would particularly... Maybe the High Septon. I'll make the High Septon the Master of Ships. No. Adrian, Lord of Crackla Point. There you go. You're Master of Ships now. Enjoy. Okay, anything else? We can imprison Lord Desmond of Duskendale, because he's leader of a plot. Maybe we can automatically stop all plots. Now we are doing that. We have a prisoner. Medgar Sarsfield will have you ransomed. Restore the High Septon seat. His Holiness has lost control of his sacral domain, but it is within your power to restore a sept to him. Sure. Granted the God's Word of Baelor. Restored Sept of... I think we will do that. I think we've converted to the Faith of the Seven. We're not zealous, but I feel like we want to reconcile House Stark-Targaryen and the Faith of the Seven. And I think this would be pretty good to do. So yeah, we'll go for that. We'll go for it. And as for diseases currently going on, we have the Bloody Flocks in the west, so I think we can open our gates. Yeah, no problem about that. And... yeah, we are currently have a funeral, then we can hold a feast afterwards, maybe. Yeah, it's gonna be a feasty... It's gonna be feasty reign here. Okay, you've all accepted the marriage proposals, and there's gonna be the feast. We'll spend lavishly, of course, because this is going to be just the greatest feast ever, basically. Alright, we're not making that much money, now it's looking a little bit better. And let the feasting commence, and you will of course come. Everyone! We'll just invite everyone. Doesn't matter. And Lauren revoked tendering. Wow, okay, he wants even more power for himself. Lord Horton Breakstone has used his hands to present a petition for justice. He claims Lizono back. Whoever that might be. Has some illicit relations. I think we don't really care about that necessarily. Why is she blinded? Wow, dude. I think we are an adulterer ourselves, so I don't think we care about this. Yeah, we'll not do anything about that. Osric has used his attendance to present a position. He claims Aegon Targaryen made an attempt on his life. My nephew made an attempt on your life. That's actually true. You will have to, yeah, pay money for that. You'll be forced to compensate. As for winter reserves, we need to harvest now. I think we'll have small reserves. Because why not? I feel like we're that kind of person, maybe, to do it. We are a kind man, though. That's something we shouldn't forget. That's something we shouldn't forget. Okay. False blackmail. Yeah, just pay your recompense. That's fine. Okay, our maester apparently enjoyed the food. Very good, very good. Bennett Bracken had one of his kinsmen murdered. So for that, Sir Bennett... Well, he's already at the wall. So, I mean, yeah, that's... he's already paying for his crimes, I guess. Anyway, wow, you've got a lot of friends, apparently. But a few of them are actually on the wall. Okay, murdered. Who? Bessa must be arrested. Okay, we'll just pay money, fine. And, okay, so our Grand Maester, he loves the food and drink as well. And we committed much gold to this extravagant feast. In particular, the guests were impressed with a large centerpiece on the day's table, representing a green lawn surrounded with large peacock's feathers and green branches. I think we've already read that at some point. Alright, there you go. That's very nice. And, ooh, Lord Porter Curvin has been killed. Executed by Harlon. Wow, alright. Well, that's certainly not a craven move to do. But there is the funeral. King John Stark-Targaryen died of depression. He was a man and was unyielding in his devotion to their vows. Okay. He was a well-respected swordsman, and he wielded Longclaw. Right. Alright, that's okay. That was the funeral of our father. And I wonder what we're gonna do now. Right, we need to have my son protected, who now has cancer, and he's also dishonorable. Who am I gonna send? Edgar and Hunt. I have Balon Tarth, or I have Fallen Woolfield. I guess I'll send you the Northmen. Yeah, why not? Enjoy. And there's a war going on in the west immediately. War against tyranny. All right, we'll see how that turns out. But so far, seems like you have moved to Castle Rock as your main seat. Okay, now don't think I will have part in these schemes necessarily. Although I'm a deceitful person, I could see that maybe potentially. We can come out to end wars, and Pip Stark-Targaryen needs to have an education. Then we'll give him the marshal education. My cousin is 36 years old. She's very unhappy. Wow, yeah. Okay, so Samuel is stressed already. Not good for him. Then we've got Pip, who's now a skilled fighter. And we've got Gren, who is not. Now, we are a skilled fighter ourselves. We could maybe force some of our kids to train. Yes, force him to train. Gone. And I made him a better man. He's now brave. Very nice.